Salon owners and stylists with apprentices, assistants, or employees working under them, buckle up because this episode is for you. What do you do when an employee, apprentice, or assistant has been with you for a while and you're just not seeing the progress or the motivation that you want to see? I was on Facebook this week and I saw an anonymous post that read, "Have you ever had an apprentice that you knew wasn't a good fit for being a hairstylist? I've invested in training for a year and I don't think they will ever be ready to fly solo. They made progress, but it's just not enough. Advice?" I'm going to throw employees into the mix too here because ultimately this person is working under your supervision to add hands to help you elevate your business and just get more done. But what happens when they just aren't living up to expectation? In this episode, I'm going to help you identify these shortfalls, the impact they can have on your business, and show you how you can communicate your needs with this person in order to come up with both short and long-term goals. And as hard as it can be, look at when it's time to cut your losses and move on. I'm also going to show you how to communicate your needs with future employees and implement these changes right now. But before we dive in further, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name's Mary, and I'm a former stylist turned communication and business educator. I want to show you how you can tackle any hard situation that you may face in the salon with good communication and critical thinking skills. Lastly, before we get started, if you find anything in here useful or informative, do me a favor and hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all of the newest video releases. All right, so back to today's topic, how to communicate your needs as a leader or mentor to your underperforming employee, apprentice, or assistant. I think it's safe to say that within the salon environment, it's so easy to forge the bonds of friendship, and sometimes that blurs the line between business and personal matters. It can also make business decisions sometimes feel personal. This can be a tough situation because ultimately we don't want to discourage our proteges from following their passion, but sometimes things just don't line up to create that harmony and workflow that you as a busy stylist or business owner want to see. So how can we handle this situation so that the other party doesn't see this as an attack? After all, our ultimate goal here is constructive feedback. The best way to tackle this scenario is to first identify the what. By this, I mean identify what specifically the issue is. Are they not showing the drive to bring in new clients? Are they slow on their timing? Are they lacking motivation? Are they bad with customer service? Are they bad at communicating and getting on the same page with clients, leading to an uptick in dissatisfied clients? Identifying the specifics of what you are dissatisfied with in their performance is going to be incredibly important because if you can't communicate this clearly and come from a place of caring and concern, it could possibly come off as, "You aren't doing what I want and this just isn't working out." And as the apprentice, I'd be over here like, "I can see you're unhappy with my performance, but I can't fix something if I don't know what I'm doing wrong." Do you see what I'm saying here? So if you're in this boat, take a moment and open up your notepad app in your phone or just wrangle up a pen and paper and make a list. Get as detailed as you want, but do me one favor when you're doing this. Make sure it's relevant to business matters and not entangled with emotion. If you've tuned in with me before, you'll know that I am a fan of looking solely at the facts and putting your feelings aside because when you come at this from a place of emotion and not facts, it can sometimes feel to the other person like an attack and immediately put them into defensive mode, which is really counterintuitive to what we actually actually want, which is to open up the lines of communication to see if the problem can ultimately be alleviated by clearly telling the other party what you need and what you expect of them in the role they have taken on. So on this paper, like I said, I want you to write down the expectation they are failing to meet. And then I want you to write how failure to meet that expectation directly impacts or affects your business. Try to avoid statements like, "You're not doing this." To provide an example, let's say the apprentice is going over time with their part in services. You can say something like, "Good time management is so important when trying to stay on schedule, especially when we have a full day. By running behind and not keeping up, it throws a wrench in timing for other clients and can ultimately lead to a less than stellar experience for our clients if they're left waiting." Instead of, "You're too slow and it's messing up my day." Did you catch the difference in tone? And did you also notice how the second example could be interpreted as an accusation or an attack? All right, so once you've identified the issues that you would like to see fixed, along with the impact these issues are having on your business, let's turn the table and look at how we, as their mentor or boss, can help set them on the right track. I would then start looking at some short-term goal setting. And since this is ultimately something you'll want to nip sooner rather than later, I encourage you to set the time frame for these short-term goals for 4 to 6 weeks, at which point you'll want to check in to discuss progress. Going back to our example from earlier about the apprentice who was slow on her timing, slowing the stylist down and setting her behind, the stylist could set some short-term goals like practicing on a mannequin head to speed up her time, working together on learning techniques to speed up the process, and lastly, the most important and overlooked piece of advice, once you tell them how you plan on supporting them in this short-term goal, follow through. Be supportive. Show through your actions and through your tone that you have confidence in them while they are going through this journey. If you're showing up frustrated with no confidence, unless you are a master chameleon, your assistant or your apprentice or your employee will see this and likely won't be as motivated to make the improvements needed, which ultimately nobody wants. It doesn't feel good to be on the receiving end of somebody who has visibly just given up. Show them you are in their corner and that you're set on seeing them succeed. I can guarantee that you will see a difference in their motivation level if you are coming from a place of genuine concern and an honest desire to help as their mentor. Once you've identified the issues you'd like to see addressed, determined the impacts these issues are having on your business, and determined a plan of action, you're going to want to set a time to talk to your apprentice. My suggestion is to be mindful of your set and setting. A break room full of other stylists isn't going to be the ideal place to have this conversation because it can lead to the other party feeling shamed about their underperformance and can ultimately lead to them feeling very discouraged before you even have a chance to communicate with them. That being said, a private meeting would be ideal for this, so you both can give this matter the full attention that it deserves. From there, you can use this template or something similar to have this hard conversation. By using these strategies, you're going to maximize the odds of a favorable outcome. As always, start with the positive. Identify the what, aka the issues that are occurring. Specify the why, and by this I mean tell them why these matters are important to the business. Determine a plan of action, so you'll want to tell them short-term goals, and even if you're feeling up for it, set some long-term goals too. Ask how you can support them in reaching these goals. Use your active listening skills to ensure the message they are giving you is the same message you're receiving. You can elevate your active listening skills by asking clarifying questions if needed and repeating the message back to the other party. This is going to ensure that their message doesn't get messed up in translation. Identify a date in which you will review these changes, ideally at the end of your short-term goal, which is going to be 4 to 6 weeks. Reinforce that you have confidence in them and want to see them succeed, and end on a positive. If you're wanting to see an example of a written script covering this topic, please head to my blog. I'm going to put the link down in the show notes below. Now, if you've gone ahead and communicated your needs as the mentor or business owner and your protege heard your message and made the effort to improve and is showing signs of that spark you wanted to see, keep fanning it and watch them transform into a rock star stylist, and take pride in knowing that you had a direct impact on their journey. Honestly, it's one of the best feelings you can have. And on the flip side though, if you've communicated your needs, if you've set goals, if you've made yourself available to support and help them reach those goals, and if you're still not seeing satisfactory changes, it may be time to let that person go. If it comes to that, you're going to want to have a face-to-face talk with this person. As before, you'll want to be aware of your set and setting along with the overall tone you set. For this talk, I would say something like this. Dear apprentice, I want to begin by expressing my appreciation for the time you've spent as part of my team. Your dedication and effort have not gone unnoticed, and I believe you have a genuine passion for your craft. Over the past year, we've had ongoing talks and conversations about your performance and areas where improvement was needed. We set clear goals, and I offered support to help you grow and succeed in your role. I've witnessed your commitment to making progress, and I want you to know that I value your efforts. However, despite the support and guidance, the desired improvements ultimately have not been achieved. And as a business owner, I must ensure that our salon maintains the high standards our clients have come to expect. After careful consideration, I've reached the extremely difficult decision that it's best for us to part ways. Please understand that this decision does not define you or your potential as a stylist. There are many opportunities for growth and learning in this industry, and I encourage you to continue pursuing your passion. I believe that you have the ability to excel and make a significant impact in your future endeavors. If you would like, I am more than willing to provide you with a reference or recommendation as you explore new opportunities. Please feel free to reach out if you need any guidance or advice moving forward. I wish you all the best in your journey, and I truly hope you find the success and fulfillment you deserve. Sincerely, Mary. So now that we've handled the issue with one assistant, let's look at what we can do to set expectations from the beginning. This one is actually really easy, you guys. Go back into your phone, your note app, or just grab another pen and piece of paper and brainstorm expectations that you are going to have for your future employees, apprentices, or assistants. Do you have a timing expectation? Great, list it. Are you wanting them to improve in a certain area to complement you as a stylist? For example, are you a curl specialist that only cuts and you want to train a colorist in all things texture? Do you need applications to be done in a certain time frame? Again, list it. Do you expect them to be there 30 minutes before your first client? You know what I'm gonna say. List it. If you've been a mentor before, look at past experiences and see if you can find a pattern of issues you ran into. Your critical thinking skills are going to be so beneficial here to solidify what you want to see from those you bring on, and it will help them to get on the same page as you. Once you've determined your full list of expectations, create a document that will now serve as your new employee handbook that future employees, assistants, or apprentices sign. So if there is ever any issue in the future, you can simply refer to this document. That being said, I'll never encourage someone to terminate before you've given them the opportunity to fix the issue, but setting clear expectations ahead of time, aka being proactive, will save you a headache a guaranteed 9.5 out of 10 times. People aren't mind readers, and the more that we can do to communicate our needs clearly, the easier and the more harmonious our work lives and also our personal lives will be. All right, you guys, I hope you learned something this week. And as always, if you learned something or found something interesting, smash that like button. And if you could also do me a favor, share this video with a salon owner or friend in this situation. it would positively mean the world to me. If this was your first time here, I want to take a moment to say welcome. I'm going to be bringing you new videos every single week detailing out tough real-life situations and discussing how you can use good communication and critical thinking to handle any tough situation that could possibly come your way with confidence and ease. I want to help you safeguard your business so that you can stress less and get back to what you love, bringing your talents to the world one client at a time. If you have any topics you would like to hear covered, I would love to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments below, or you can contact me through my website, www.thestylistconsultant.com. And for those of you out there feeling stuck or slow to grow, I can definitely help. With the strong knowledge in branding, local marketing, and cultivating a memorable guest experience, I can work with you to see where we can easily strengthen your business and get you on the path to the career of your dreams. You guys, you can do this. And in case you need me along the way, I'm here to help. Again, my name's Mary Wozniak, and I run The Stylist Consultant. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you back here next Monday. Bye, guys.